I need to start the recording. Okay. I can fix this. Mute tab. Okay, there we go.
And immediately Lynn
I am
stuffed it up.
hearing myself somewhere else. Okay, there it is. There we go. There we go.
Oh dear.
I fixed it. I had like 3 tabs open. And I'm like, where is it coming from? Where's the audio coming from? Hello, everyone. It's been 3 weeks rather than 2 weeks because we kind of canceled the last one because kind of just didn't work out. I got COVID. Things happened. You know how it goes. And here we are. Everyone's back. Ayumi's here. Yuri's here. And I'm here. And before these 2 girls yell at me, this is Ayumi Yusei, the queen of the Cloud Kingdoms, goddess of creation. And this is Yuri, otherwise known as Nyx, the goddess of the cosmos, bunny girl extraordinaire. And I am Lin Fadek, the conqueror of Kaiden, ruler of Groira. I'm an elf demon, you're a bunny girl, and Ayumi is a wolf. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 19.
Oh.
And I think I actually did the intro correctly.
Took him 17 tries.
Oh my! It's actually the 19th episode, you know.
You know, I actually have a problem with what just happened.
What?
It
Speak your
has
truth,
been
please.
it has been 2 minutes and he did not open the floor to us in a way that we could speak. He spoke everything. We have been silenced here like commoners, and we are the royalist people here.
How do you get that out of what I did?
Actually, what should have happened was we should have taken the floor off with his head. He is trying to take over the monarchy, the queens, those who reign, me and Yuri, the goddesses. And he is just a lowly demon elf. How dare he?
What the fuck? I swear.
He's right. I'm sorry.
If I actually get the intro correct, it's like I can't win. I don't get the intro correct, or I get the intro correct, but I don't give enough emphasis to another person, or I forget to say one word out of a thing, or I introduce it too quickly. But if I introduce it quickly, it's because I took too long. Hello.
Again, yapping instead of giving the floor to those in need. Listen, I'm pulling at straws here, okay? You actually did really good. There was not much I could do. You did very well. I was trying to make it like you did bad, but you did a very good job, actually.
Thank you. I did my best.
You're welcome. But in other news, welcome back, everybody! Oh my god!
Yeah!
It's been forever.
I know last weekend it was a spur, like that we were supposed to, and then I ended up editing videos, and I don't know. You ever get so into doing something that the time passes you by?
Yeah.
About 5 hours.
Yeah.
Try 10 hours.
I gotta call Ayumi out here a little bit, but yeah, like you left me, homie. You left me.
I'm sorry. I was preparing for debut. Forgive me. It was only that time. But I am here, and next week, not next week, the following week, and the following week after that, and the following week after that.
Forever. She's with us forever. We're gonna grow Cloudset. We're gonna talk about all the topics. We're going to talk about the lots of fun, chaos, and whatever comes to mind. I mean, we have a theme, but we don't have a theme. We have ideas, but we don't have ideas. We kind of literally just kind of do whatever. But I have an idea. Ayumi, tell us what you've been doing over the last couple weeks that you've posted to Twitter and stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm lagging a little bit.
Oh no.
So...
You're good. Tell the gazers what is happening.
Oh dear.
Are you lagging still?
Yeah.
Is it me?
Oh no.
Well, not me, but it's Lynn that's lagging on my screen. I hear Yuri perfectly fine.
Yay!
Let me try to
Coming
turn it.
through
Then do
loud
me
and
a favor,
clear.
take off your camera. Actually, I'll just do this.
Is this better?
Oh, much better. Oh, thank God.
Damn. Why did that happen? Huh. Weird. Technical issues. Okay. Ayumi, tell the
I'm
gazers what you've been
updating.
doing. You're updating.
I'm
He's
updating
updating.
Honkai Star Rail.
Oh.
So it was like causing
That's it.
issues, I guess, with your.
I see. That's a game I've not played in fucking forever. I've not played Honkai. I've not played Genshin. I've not
Oh,
played
before you go
Zenless
on a
Zone
tangent,
Zero.
wait.
I've not played Woo-Wah.
I'm gonna answer your question, okay? What
Okay.
have I been doing? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've been advertising and preparing for my 2D debut.
Hell yeah.
Woo! This has been like one of the biggest dreams I've ever had, and it's actually coming into fruition. And I can't wait to start using this beautiful model. And it's just been so surreal, kind of like so many good things have been happening, and I'm just like so happy. You ever like are in mentally like this flat state of depression? It's like nothing bad or good is really happening. You're just like this neutral state, but you're just depressed, you know?
I
And
know
it's
that
like
feeling very well.
that's what I've been for this whole time. This whole year of me waiting for my 2D model, 2D model, I've actually just been in this monotone depressed level, and it hasn't it wasn't something I was ever open about. I was just like, I'm gonna be 2D, and then everybody's just like, when? And I'm just literally sitting here clutching my fist like that Arthur meme. I ask myself that same question every day. So it was just
No.
like something, that's something I was never open about, but it was just there, just like brimming in the background. But as it was building up, I was just getting more and more excited, and my depression hasn't faded, but it is definitely minimal to what it was before. So there's no need to, oh my god, Ayumi's depressed, stop everything we're doing. But no. Well, everybody's got a little bit of depression, and that's okay. You know? We're humans in a world that was made to go against us. So when things like um when certain things are just out of your control and there's nothing you can do, you're just there. You just have to wait. That's just how I was, and I am forever grateful for my patience because there have been multiple times where I'm just like, fuck this, fuck everything. I don't want to even be here anymore. And then there have been moments where I'm just like, I'm just so excited. I can't even sit down. I want to go in a rocket ship and fly off. But you know, uh, that's just the ups and downs that I've come to realize. That is essentially show business. That's essentially chasing your dreams. It's more than um me thinking trials and tribulations are things that I'll have to overcome, but it's actually just trials and tribulations that are in my life, things that I can't do or fix. And I just have to let the storm pass me by. That's the best way I can describe the difference of what I was just trying to, say.
Yeah.
But I am super excited. I have exciting news, a
Oh.
lot of exciting news. I'm not going to say today, but check Twitter tomorrow. Okay?
Checking Twitter tomorrow, setting reminders. Gazers, go set your reminders. Check Ayumi's Twitter tomorrow. Oh, you know what?
For anyone who's
Tomorrow.
out there listening, it'll be September 1st is when she's saying check it, because today's August 31st.
Oh
That's
yeah.
so true.
Okay. You know what? Good point. Check it. Check as of September 1st, so probably the news will already be out by the time you gazers hear this podcast, because we are streaming it live, but we also, if you're listening to it on Spotify, on YouTube, which, by the way, if you aren't already following the Spotify podcast or subscribe to the podcast YouTube channel, please go and subscribe. Please go follow. Go listen and get. I have all the episodes up to episode 6, 7. We don't have any of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And honestly, I don't think we need to have any of those.
Because we're failures.
We were kind of bad.
We were just starting out.
No,
right,
yeah,
Yuri?
we were starting out. We were just starting out. Oh, it's like, so anyways.
Oh, let me do this part.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you guys are expecting something super awesome, like this Cloudset. This podcast is named The Cloudset. You've got the amazing Yuri Luca here in the presence. Shout out to Yuri. And obviously
That's nice.
Linoxity. You know, we've got some really amazing cast members here, right? That are big brain hitters. I'm talking like these are the next generation Einsteins, okay? That's how amazing the Cloudset is, right? But would you believe it? The Einsteins of today have no topic to talk about.
Well,
Not
I mean,
not that it's bad.
Less. Not that it's bad, you know? Sometimes when you're such a genius, you know, and beautiful, can't forget Yuri's beauty, you tend to overlook and not do things.
I call favoritism. I noticed what you did there. You're like, sometimes when you have the genius and also you're beautiful, we can't forget Yuri's beauty. But then just casually just brushed off me to the side. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
No.
I'm teasing you. Oh my god.
What? Oh my god, he took my role. I couldn't even bully him properly today. Like, I was literally pulling strings out of a shoelace, and there's only one string. There was nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do to insult him. And he came prepared, which is a lie because we have no topic, Linoxity. What are you doing? You're supposed to be the one that started this, the leader.
I did start. We are here. We're here, aren't we? No. I came prepared. I came prepared for the bullying.
Right?
I came prepared for the bullying.
Where's the topic, Linoxity? Okay.
I brought up an idea for you to talk about. First off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You talking about your debut.
Well,
I brought that up.
Well,
kind of figured that would be a given, honestly.
I found something.
If we're being honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like talking about the debut was a given.
Yeah.
It's just something so. I've been taking over Twitter.
You've been taking over Twitter, but what was like a good topic to expand on that you did bring up was the depression aspect. I say that it sounds bad when I say it, but it's like not necessary because it's very true to all people, to all types of careers, to anyone who has a dream and works towards that dream. I think there's that sense of there's always going to be that time where you're just kind of, I don't know, in limbo, would you say?
Yeah.
Where you don't really know where you're going, but you're putting your best effort in to go in the direction you want to go, but you're at that point where you're not really seeing any results. And that's the time when I think your mental gets completely like tested. The strength of your that's the period in growth, I feel, that will make or break dreams, will make or break goals, because it's once you get to that part of the hard work, you're putting in your hard work, you're putting in the effort, you're doing everything you need to do, but you're at that point in time where you're not seeing results. A lot of goals and dreams from just personal experiences from people I've known and also personal experiences of my own. That's a part where you have to really focus on your goal, and you need to. That's where your what's the word? Your strength for it, your passion for
Determination?
it, your determination. Yeah, for it is tested, and in terms of like personal experience, the things that you're not that passionate about will go off to the side. Like everyone has a whole bunch of ideas, they start working towards it, but then it gets a little hard, and then they're like, I don't really want to do this.
Every day of my life.
But then you have those like strong goals, those ambitions, those realistic ambitions. I don't want to say delusional ambitions. Your realistic ambitions.
Are you being delusionally realistic right now?
Oh, yes. I'm having one of my realistic delusions. I'm going to become a top person in the film industry, and it's going to fucking take probably 10 years before I'm in that position. And it's going to be a lot of fucking waiting. Right now is proof I have not worked a single job in a couple months now because there is nothing. It's like dead water right now. And it's not just me. I've talked to other crew members, and it is disheartening at times. But at the same time, it's like part of it. I have good connections, and it's that part of like I know these connections will come to me when it's time.
Back.
Okay, I know those connections will come to me when it's time, but it's that in between period. So that's just kind of like and it makes it hard. And then also like my streaming. It's like I have huge ambitions for film industry, but I also have ambitions for streaming. Like I want to grow streaming to like this high to the pretty high level of consistent content, and it's hard. I can say that for a fact because there is a lot of work that goes into it, and I have been personally slacking on it. But it's like I still want to do it, so I just gotta fucking kick my ass into gear. And then there's also, it's like, I have a lot of ambitions, okay? Because I also want to write Snowfall. I want to get Snowfall written. And I actually want to get that done. So there's that as well. And it's just that kind of like process of going through. I feel like everyone gets like this quick like high, you know? That, you know, like as if you're this like drunk high where, oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm getting it done. And then once the adrenaline wears off, then a lot of your weaknesses get shown. That's what happened to me with the writing. Was I got into it, but I didn't really plan it out as I should have. And then I started to suffer for it. So now it's been going back and laying all of those things that I've needed. And like the vision, I can imagine the vision in my mind, especially like with dragons, with battle, with war, with emotion. Like I can picture it in my mind. I can picture it. But it's figuring out how to bring this picture that's in my head. You know, and then like this very vague and swirling and loose and fluid vision, and then putting it into a concise and precise and enjoyable reading experience with the ability to paint pictures in the mind. Because reading, you're not just reading the text. If you want to read text, you go to school, because you don't imagine anything when you're reading the fucking school book about whatever this math product is, or whatever this random bit of history that you don't really care about is. You can't really imagine it in your mind. But when you read something that you can imagine, that you do enjoy, doesn't matter if it's complex or simple. Like it does that. Like I know that I think there's a stereotype where everyone like kind of like looks down on people who read like things that are kind of like catered to the more younger audience. But full-grown adults who are getting extreme enjoyment out of it, and the book's like structures in general not like designed to be read by complex high fantasy, like prime example, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter, 7 books, you can read that in a swing. Harry Potter, you need to be kind of in the mood. Both stories, absolutely fantastic. Both paint the picture in your mind. But you need to have a very, like, certain mental determination of
Right.
being able to process the information that you read in Lord of the Rings. Whereas with Harry Potter, you get into it very easily. And there's a reason for this. Harry Potter was written for, like, that younger audience. Not, like, kids and stuff, but the structure is simple.
Harry Potter specifically was written to start out for younger kids and to grow with the audience. So you was meant to follow that whole entire series as you grew up. And as you grew up, they grew up with you.
Yeah.
That was the idea behind all of it.
And when you go back and you reread it, you can go back and, like, imagine yourself reading this for the first time, growing with the characters. Whereas Lord of the Rings, you're thrown into it. It's complex from the very get-go. It's high fantasy. And it's very good.
Right.
So, yeah, that was, like... Anyways, back to the initial point that I was bringing up. I think it's natural, as Ayumi said, for there to be a sense of depression in everything. Because nothing's easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. And as much as we would like it to be, nothing is. Like, you're not going to get anything for free. If you want something, you got to work for it. Especially, like, now. Especially when you have so much, like, let's just Twitch, for example. So much saturation. So many streamers. You have to work to grow in Twitch. But I don't mean by streaming every day for 12 hours a day. No, you gotta work by doing your streams, but then also going to other platforms and posting content. And I've done this a little bit, but I need to get back into it. And, like, as I'm streaming, I'm trying to be more, mindful of moments that are clip worthy. And I'm using the clip button on my stream deck a lot more. Because it is needed.
Yeah. So I had to honestly stop myself saying very mindful, very demure. Because that whole entire meme is like going around on TikTok for it. Which
Yeah.
I doubt you've seen that.
Probably.
Because I don't think you're as TikTok addicted as, like, I am, I guess you could say.
No, I don't scroll TikTok, period. I don't
It's kind of funny because, like, you and Ayumi, you guys are all over, like, Twitter and TikTok and YouTube. Not TikTok, I mean
Instagram,
Twitch, Twitter,
Twitch.
and YouTube. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
those
Twitch,
those
Twitter,
three things
YouTube.
are, like, you guys are, like, you are all on. But then, like, anything TikTok related, it's, like, Ayumi particularly, sometimes like, hey, it's like, how do I do this? How do I find this and everything? So it's like, TikTok's my playground. The other ones are y'all's.
Yeah. I somewhat understand TikTok, but I more understand YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. Like, it's Twitch. It's about consistency, good content, interaction. You can't be like, you do need to be entertaining. There is, and I feel, and like, it's blunt, but you can't grow if you're not entertaining. And
No.
if you can't grow by being just a regular monotone streamer who starts streaming and pressing the stream button, has a camera on, starts playing a game, and is just chatting. Yeah, there's good moments, but you can't grow. And I'm not saying you can't grow. I know I just said that, but hear me out. Hear me out. You can grow, but you need to see your faults, and then you need to put the work in on yourself, which is what I've been doing to myself. Like, when I compare how I stream now to how I streamed before I met Ayumi, very, very different Lynn. Very different Lynn. And that's because, like, I've grown. I've adapted. I've changed. Like, I have changed how I stream, how I approach streaming. Approaching is a very key word because you're not changing yourself as a person unless you're putting up an act. But at the same time, it's like you'll see cliche advice, and you have to be yourself when you stream. But
Right.
you need to condense yourself. By that, this is what I've learned, and I'm myself when I stream. However, I condense. I'm very energetic and extra energetic, more so when I'm streaming, because I condense what I would be spread out through the entire day into those few hours, so that it's kind of always going. And I've gotten a lot better, I feel, at being able to just talk about random things, trying to interact and I'm trying, and I'm constantly always growing, trying to figure out what I'm doing, trying to be better at what I do, because I still think I have a lot to do. I have a lot to grow, but I am so much better than I was when I first started streaming and when I first met Ayumi.
Right. I mean, the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, anyways.
Yeah. No, it's like consistency is key. The more you do it, the better you get. And it's just going into it. You gotta just do it. There is a sense of also just doing it. Just getting up and streaming. I didn't make my bed this morning, although it was very early. I just realized that. I haven't been in my room all day today since I got home. I didn't make my bed this morning. Whoops. Off topic, but I was gonna bring it up. But the reason I said I didn't make my bed was because gotta just get up and make the bed, even if you don't want to make the bed. And I was about to say that, and then I was like, oh, I didn't make my bed this morning. And so, in my defense, I had about 10 minutes to get out of the house. So, that's why I didn't make my bed. Now, why I didn't make my bed when I came home, I genuinely forgot. I forgot that I didn't make my bed. But I have been pretty good at making my bed every morning as part of like a routine. Whether it's the moment I get out of bed, or if I go use the bathroom, I get dressed, then I come back and make the bed. But either way, I make the bed. And it's not hard to make the bed. It's just, just doing it. Boom, 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 boom. What do you think, Yuri?
As far as making a bed, I was like, you haven't made your smart. I honestly, genuinely cannot remember the last time I legitimately made my bed. Other than like when you watch shoes and you first like put them on there, but it's just like actually like getting up to routinely make the bed or whatever like that. No, I have not done that in years.
Oh, really?
I kind of just hop out of the bed and just leave it.
Oh.
And like that habit mostly came about back when I had my dog when she was still alive.
Oh.
Because she would like sit on my bed and stuff, but if she was cold, she would mess the bed up anyways because she would root underneath the colors, and I was like, whatever, I just let her be. Because I always think my space is her space, so I'm like, fine, it's whatever. So then I was just like, why waste all my time and energy literally making bed when as soon as she gets back on the bed, she's honestly just gonna mess it up. She's gonna pull those covers down so she can root underneath them. So I just stopped doing it and saved myself the headache. And after doing that for like 15 years,
it's a hard habit to break.
Hard habit to break, because I mean that's pretty much how long I've had her. Like I did, like for the first few years, I literally, legitimately did try to like keep my bed routinely made, and finally I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of fighting it because like I can't keep her out from underneath the covers, and like it'd be silly for me to try now after letting her do it for so long. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. She can mess my bed up. It's okay. So it's like, yeah, when you wash the sheets and all that stuff, you make the bed, but then it's like after that, again, it doesn't stay made very long, so it's like I might as well just, go ahead and just put the sheets on, tuck them in, and then just throw the comforter on top, because she's going to rip it all to shreds. So
yeah, for me, it's
how'd that
like when I had the bunk bed in the room, I didn't make my bed. I straight up just slept under a blanket and called it good. I just kind of, and I didn't even really bother with folding the blanket. I just kind of just left it there because it was so inconvenient to try and make bed. Now it's back to how, like, now it's an actual just single bed. I make it. But it's annoying because, so I have a comforter. But it's like the sheet and then the comforter is inside. And you have to, like, tie, and I grab the sheet, and I can see the comforter is down there, and I'm like, that is so annoying. Because it's, like, sliding down inside. So, also, welcome back, Ayumi.
Thank you.
I don't know what I've
That's
been
fair.
yapping about.
You've been yapping about folding your fucking bed. And
Well,
instead of continuing on the topic of
actually,
make
I
your
did.
bed, and then
No. Oh god, I can't believe I'm defending Lynn. But no. There's a reason why the bed thing came up because he used it as an analogy
oh,
for
I
his
know,
whole
I've been
thing.
here. I've been here. And
Oh.
I know what I'm about to say. Because he fell off topic to talk about the bed, which is fair. But instead of going back, he just continued about the bed. And I don't know what he was gonna finish talking about like following your dreams and making up your bed and doing the thing. So that's what I'm talking about. He never went back. He never went back. And the best part about it, Yuri went on ship with the bed. She's like, I never.
No, it's not even. It's just triggered that, because it triggered the memory of mixing things like making the bed. And I was just like, I haven't even done that. So
I'm not mad about it at all. It was just so funny. I was literally sitting here laughing. I was like, no way. And I'm never going back.
Well, you brought
And
it back now.
I know I did it because I don't remember what you were gonna say. So that's all I just wanted to say. I just thought that was funny.
The general thing of what I was gonna say is don't be deterred by nothing happening, even though you're working hard, because things do come along. I personally, like, with my experience in the film industry, I waited for a long time, but then 6 months later, after doing this one job, I get a phone call. I picked up that phone call, and I've been working, and because of that phone call, it led to me working for a full Netflix show. So opportunities come. Take the opportunity when you get it. You won't know. You can't necessarily, like, look for the opportunity, but the opportunity will come. So keep it in the back of your mind to be ready. Pick up that phone call. Like, if it's an unexpected phone call, pick it up and just listen to what's going on. Like, my case, it was a first AD that I worked with. It was my first ever film gig. My first ever, like, full film gig back in last year. And this first AD called me 6 months later. I hadn't heard from him. No texts, no anything. And it was, hey, can you come work on this movie tomorrow? And then I worked on that movie, which, by the way, She Taught Love, coming out September 27th on Hulu. Trailer is out. That is the movie I worked on. I'm not paid to advertise this, but because of the fact that I worked on it and the fact that I know it's an actual streaming service, I didn't sign an ND. Like, it's a trailer. You can go watch it on Hulu September 27th. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just very proud of the fact that a movie that I've worked on is actually coming out. And I worked on it for a week. And that movie, oh my god, that movie, like, was I worked in some of the hardest conditions because Los Angeles got hit with a hurricane on the very last day of shooting. Like, the day before, the rain was starting to come, but the very last day of the shooting was when it really came in. And oh my god. I still have my shirt, and gazers, if you guys want me to show you a picture, I don't really have a way to show you, actually. Okay, never mind. But I was soaked. It was the starting of the day went fine. But after lunch, that's when the floodgates opened. And I mean this literally. The floodgates opened. Because that's when the downpour started. And it was downpouring for the rest of the day. And it literally, we had a tent set up Tents were collapsing with people inside the tents.
Oh wow.
Heaters were going out left and right, getting destroyed from the rain. Everywhere is flooding. The tent where all the lunch was set up, we're like trying to get background into the tents. There's like 2-inch high puddles. I'm soaked for like a solid hour. I'm soaked. No, I've been soaked for a long time, and I just accepted. Chat. This is gazers. This is how cold. This is how soaked I was. When I would go into the bathroom, steam was coming off of me. Steam. My hair was soaked. My body was soaked. Like, that was a day where, there's a saying. On hard days in the film industry is when your passion gets tested. And if your passion is not strong enough, you can't survive in the industry. My passion got tested. I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't even run. I want you guys to imagine me like walking like a, you know how penguins walk? You know how penguins walk? Imagine me walking like that, not fully bending my legs, not fully bending my feet. Barely, I'm not even running. I'm slowly walking. I'm walking like a penguin. Because my feet were swollen. So swollen. Not only were they swollen, but they were soaked. My left foot was so blistered from some rubs because I'm wearing boots that I hadn't broken in yet. And like, these are good boots, but you gotta break boots in. And so I hadn't broken them in yet, so I'm wearing these. I'm soaked from the lower half of my body down. So yes, my ass was wet. My legs were wet. Everything was wet. Everything. And then also, like, at one point, my walkie went out. Like, my surveillance.
Oh no.
And it wasn't just me. Like, everyone's, like, all around, crew members were losing their surveillance microphones because the rainwater would get into them and then it just destroyed them. Mine luckily dried out, but I couldn't communicate. So when they're calling for me on the walkie, I'm trying to call and I'm just like, it's not working. And it was just, I was talking with the first AD about it on a music video I worked with her, and it was just like a huge wave of emotions. But it's those moments I feel that you look back on, like, it was hard. It was so hard. But I'm proud of myself over it because
that is something really remarkable.
It's those days where your passion gets tested, but if you make it through, it is so rewarding even if you don't actually get anything, because the personal reward to you is you did it. You got through it. And so my point is don't be put away even if something doesn't put away is the wrong word. Don't be turned away or turned down, or if something you're working towards, you're not seeing results at the time, because results do come. I strongly believe that anyone who works hard and is genuinely is working hard towards what they love to do, eventually hard work gets rewarded. And it may come in a way you don't expect, but it gets rewarded. That I feel that the nature has a way of filtering out the hardworking people from people who work, but there's if you don't work, you can't go anywhere. I'm seeing on Twitter, I'm seeing a lot of memes about this Chase Bank glitch or whatever. I don't know what it is, but apparently people are going into, but it's the glitch is apparently you get like free money, but you're not actually getting free money, and as a result people are actually now needing to owe money because they're getting this money, my guess is, and then they're going on a spending spree, but then when that money vanishes, now they owe money, but it's like, it's like nothing's free. Because I saw that, I'm just thinking of like, and I see a meme where people was like, this is the method on how you get this free money at Chase, and at the very end is go work, go work. Nothing's free because
It's so
nothing.
funny you said that because I literally did see them. I
Mhm.
just saw multiple like videos of people and just like the glitch, and then them doing the glitch, and now they owe $40,000.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I'm like, huh? Did you really think you would get free money?
mm-hmm.
There's not a. So here's the only way you can get free money, is you know the saying, if you find a lucky penny, pick it up. That's the
Right.
free. That's free money. That's free money. But anything above that is not free. Because
Right.
and why should it? Like honestly, I don't feel that it's like it's not. It's like we work. There's a lot, obviously there's issues, but we work, we get paid. That's how everything goes, and it goes back in history as far as people can remember. We just get paid in money now, but back before like money was really a thing, like cash, like U.S. dollars, it was maybe resources, like trade. Like you
Yeah,
work and then
go
you
trade.
trade. You trade for resources. Or if you are a hunter, maybe you go hunt, but you don't have this other things. Like everyone works and everyone gets paid. Nothing's free. You got to work for it, and you need to work for it, because there's a, the memes of I lost my train of thought. Point is, you need to work, and it's because it's also rewarding. It's good for you because you get that feeling of, I did that. I accomplished that. I put my energy, my sweat, my body, my muscle, my blood, my clothes, myself, my brain into working on this. And when it goes the way you want it to go, it's such a rewarding feeling. So, yeah. That's my yap session.
Miss
I
Lee session.
Do you guys have anything you want to add on it?
Well,
I don't think so.
Okay.
hard work is actually really important. That's what I've been doing with my 2-day debut. And if you want to get further in life, I think the only way you just need to get a job. Bakugo said it best. Go work somewhere. Okay. Literally.
Go work
Okay.
somewhere, you damn nerd.
Literally. So the best
It's all
way
I do all
to
day, every day.
I know. To go somewhere though, I have noticed working is to get the normal lifestyle, working is the way to do about it, just like 9 to 5 or whatever you can get. But if you do want to be more successful, you are going to have to work multiple jobs. Um, it's just something that I've noticed. Like you work the job to fund the things you really want to do is the basis of how to become successful, right? So if you want to be a singer and you're like, I really want to sing, but right now McDonald's is the only thing that's paying you, work at McDonald's, and then before or after work, or even if it's like 30 minutes on your lunch break, find someone to come to you, do your singing lessons, and then, start posting on social media. That's the best way I could see for someone coming from a hard spot trying to become successful on their own, right?
Mhm.
Unless you get scouted, which is also something that's I don't even think that's likely anymore because everybody's just going to the scouts. Uh, the best way I see it is you have to do triple times the work to get that $1 million success.
Yes, you
And
need
that's
to.
what we're working on.
You need to, like, it's not it's not easy to get it, and like the man, hate the man, but there is one thing you have to acknowledge about Jeff Bezos as a businessman, the owner of Amazon, the creator of Amazon. He started in his garage, and now he is a billionaire. And you can't fault him for that because he did work for it. So, as a businessman, well done. Now, as a human being, he sucks.
Yeah.
As a human being, he is terrible. But you can't fault how he got to where he is. Because he did work. And it goes, I'm not saying everyone, but there is a lot of people who are, like, prime example, Dwayne Johnson, for example. First person that comes to mind. Very rich. No, not rich, wealthy. But it's one thing to say wealthy, and then it's also another thing to say rich. Rich implies, in my opinion, that you kind of got given the money. You didn't really need to work too much for it. And I say this very, like, lightly. I don't mean, like, because I use the word rich, I use the word wealthy kind of interchangeably. But to me, like, when you really describe, like, a person as, like, they are rich or they are wealthy, I feel like rich is, they have a lot of money, but I don't feel like they necessarily have the security behind the money. Whereas when you say wealthy, I personally view it as they are very rich, but they are also stable because they are continuously earning money. Dwayne Johnson has multiple businesses. He started out as a, to my knowledge, I've not gone into his, like, life story, but he was a WWE wrestler. Then he went into acting, and he kept working, and now he runs multiple businesses. He runs his social media, and he still is continuously acting and producing and probably directing and writing movies. And he is very wealthy. And that's not bad. Like, during the SAG strike, he donated, I believe it was a 7-figure donation. We don't know the exact amount, but it was a 7-figure donation to the SAG-AFTRA, the Actors Guild, to their strike fund to help pay their union members.
Let's go.
And there was controversy because people were like, well, why didn't he donate more? He's very rich. Well, the thing is, he worked for his money. He is under no obligation to donate to anyone, but he does.
Right.
Because he's a good person. He wants to. But when people start going and saying, well, he should donate more because he has the money to donate more, well, I feel that that's a very wrong way to say something, because I disagree completely.
Yeah, they're always, like, the one thing I noticed, people are always barking up the wrong tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so instead of complimenting him, and instead
of encouraging more people to
more
do the same.
people, that's what I was literally about to say. Instead of complimenting him and being like, okay, we should get more people on board with this, you're going to stab him in the back after he just did something he didn't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, that means he has a passion for this community, right?
Yeah.
So he's, like, giving back from what he's gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's, if you want to call a 7 figures chump change, I think asking more people that are like him of his status to do that would be way better.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why are you stabbing your allies instead of, recruiting more people? You're fighting this battle, and instead you're stabbing your people that are with you instead of recruiting people. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like it's like I so wholeheartedly agree. It's more, use that as an example. Like, he did an amazing thing, so let's encourage more people to do amazing things. No one is saying donate the same amount as him, but still, and, like, be the example, and then follow up with the example. It goes with that saying where $1 can change a lot. Yes, it can if 1 million people donate $1, because to that one person, it's only $1. But if it's 1 million people, well, that's $1 million. Well, if we factor in tax, it's probably about 700,000.
Why are you taxing people that are gifting things?
Because that's the reality of America.
Oh, America, sweet America. Let's tax.
You
the
guys heard
people
about
who give to
Brazil
the
banning
poor.
Twitter, right?
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
unfortunate. I just been seeing a lot of people. They just been sending last tweets, and they're like, "If I don't see you guys tomorrow, remember me. Tell my kids I love them." Like, where are you going? You don't know. It's
Goodbye, Brazil.
it's
It's like
the comments under those comments are actually way funnier than the actual situation, because it's just like, all right, guys, see you on the flip side, and then somebody that doesn't know the situation. Oh, where are they going? Other people are like, oh God, he doesn't know. How do we tell him?
Gotta get
who's gonna
snapped.
tell him? Who's gonna
Oh
tell him?
no.
You know, something like I don't follow Elon's account, but I'm really getting sick of seeing Elon's tweets. Because
Honest to God.
I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing his tweets, because I agree with as hard and bad for all the people in Brazil who use Twitter, especially for their community. I agree with the reason why they are banning it, because that ever since Elon got Twitter back, it's gotten so much worse. Because at least before Twitter was owned by Elon, they had proper systems in place to remove things with like false news. I feel like it also did a pretty good job of keeping political things away from the rest of Twitter. But now I'll go and browse Twitter. I won't have looked at a political thing in forever, and then here comes a political post from both sides of the spectrum, from all sides of the spectrum. Like, it's so annoying that it gets. Give me a sec.
Well, it is really annoying when all the things going on into Twitter, you just have no say over. We just have to sit here and just let things happen.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it really is, because like.
Are you back? Hello?
I had to put Shock in the crate. That's all.
Oh.
So
Okay,
it was
go
quick.
ahead.
No. Keep going. You made it. I'm listening.
Well, I didn't have anything to say. I was just
okay.
happy because you left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you cut her off, and you probably made her lose her train of thought. So good job.
I'm sorry.
We're not forgiving you.
Dang. But
Never ever.
I feel that Twitter I do believe Twitter could be really good. It's just when this is when it's one person who owns the entire damn thing and absolutely doesn't listen to criticism to grow the platform and to actually make it good for everyone, then you have a problem. There's nothing. The fun fact. So I was actually recently talking with I think it was my mom, or if it was my dad. So Trader Joe's. I talk about Trader Joe's all the time. It's a staple. Very good grocery store. Also good prices. Like, it's your average grocery store price. Just the food there is in general pretty better than your average convenience store. Because they go and they source from smaller things. They don't go to the big industrial factories for things, big industrial farms, big industrial. Trader Joe's goes to smaller places all around the place too. They go to different farmers, different producers, different local places. They go towards the smaller ones, not the big industrial. And they're private. They're a private owned company. They're not public. They're private. And it's just because the morals of the people that own it. It's a multi-billion-dollar company, that's privately owned, which I was so shocked to find out. And for gazers, what I mean by privately owned. So I'm sure everyone knows at least something about the stock market. The stock market is essentially just is companies that are public. So Amazon, Coca-Cola, if you bought some shares, that means you technically own a small piece of the company. Trader Joe's is a private company, meaning the people who you can't buy shares, you can't buy stock. The people who own the company are the people who own the company. I'll be right back, Ayumi. I need to go get my water, so take over.
Okay. I don't know what he was talking about last because I was trying to type a message, but how are you guys doing tonight? How are you going, Yuri? Oh, is Yuri AFK too? Oh. Is it just me and the stargazers? Hi, stargazers. It is your girl, Ayumi Yusei. We are currently streaming podcast episode 19. Wow, that's a lot of fucking episodes. I can't wait to get back to streaming because honestly, oh, I've been so bored. I can't wait to get back to me personally streaming. For the first 2 weeks when I come back to streaming, I won't be doing anything. I'll just be vibing by myself, you know? Doing streams by myself, playing games by myself. I just want to get back into the mojo of things. Then after that, who knows what's gonna happen? I'm excited to plan future collabs. So excited. I don't even know where to begin. Oh, okay, welcome back. And we're back. So we're fuck. Well, they're cloud gazers now. Okay, stop yapping. Do you want me to finish or are you just gonna just keep yapping? No. I'm tired of you, Lynn. I will overthrow this company. I will overthrow it. Yes, it is. If it's gonna be a business, then it has to be a company. Whoa, we're in company. There's more than 2 people here, so it's a goddamn company. No, 50, and you just should be happy to be here. Say it. Say it. That's what I thought.
Like 50-50, and you should be grateful to be here. How dare you? You didn't let me explain.
No, I'm just kidding.
Take the L.
Let me just take the L. Okay, 100 divided into 3 is 33.3333333333. So we get 33333333333 of the cent. Because we all get 33%, and then we get 33333333333. But why? I wanted to clarify that it was 33.333333. What would this be? Hold on, let me see. This is 3. So 1, 2, 3,333,333,333. That million. 3,000,000,000. 3,033,333. Listen, but I want to, but I want
Okay,
to,
why you keep
but
changing the
I
bigger? I'm
want.
gonna give me a fresh drink.
Okay. Are you trying to tell me what to do? I think he's trying to tell me what to do. Obviously, you didn't get the right calculator because that's not the correct number. Why the fuck are you saying pi? Get out of here! All right, anyways, back to my podcast. Welcome back, everyone. Like I was talking before, I was rudely interrupted by a goddamn demon elf who doesn't know his pronouns of his race. Let me clarify the pronouns of your race. You're confused of your race. Your race, not your gender. Your race. Obviously confused. You don't talk about your elf. You talk about your demon. After
No,
we
he
started
talks about the elf. He
saying,
doesn't talk about the demon part. But also, how do we get on the topic of
oh,
our races?
I was I was trying to call him out that he's confused.
Oh,
He's pretty confused. Mhm. The funniest
and
thing
the
about
horn.
that,
All right then.
the funniest thing about that, did I ask? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You
Did
be
I ask?
whatever. You be
Damn.
whatever reptile you want to be. All right. So
What
back
time?
to because we can't classify you under demon because you're half elf, and we can't classify you under elf because you're half demon, and they're two separate entities to be classified as one thing. So we just gotta put you under the reptiles. We're just gonna throw you over there in that category. It'll just make everything easier.
Okay, wait. I know you're picking on him,
Mm-hmm.
but mixed races are a thing.
I know, but I'm talking about categorizing it in the general sense, okay? I'm a wolf, right? And you're a bunny girl, right? We can be classified, even though we have human aspects of us, we can still be classified. Hold on, I'm talking. No. I'm talking. You must be quiet. Shh. We can be classified under the wolves and the bunny girls. But, okay, he is half elf, which is one thing, which is one major category, and half demon, which is another major category, okay? You're mixing two things, which is perfectly fine, but you do have the outer appearance of a human, which is also perfectly fine, okay? So, to save you for memory's sake, and that you're not in this forgotten category and God knows where in bisection B, and we can't find you,
Section B.
you and uh-huh. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Go down the street and yell that. Let me see how many people you can get that know what that is. Go ahead. No, if we really want to talk technical sense, if we want to talk in a technical sense, nobody knows what a goddamn cambion is. That's why you personify yourself as a half elf and a half demon. Nobody knows that exists. They don't know. They do not know. Yes. So until Urban Dictionary has classified you as a cambion and that it becomes a word, and then we find it and I can actually look up information on you, then I don't want to hear jack nothing. You're a goddamn reptile. Right. Also,
He's stuttering.
specifically, it is such a subsection. It is such a subsection we'll never find you. Okay? You should just be happy to be even closely in the upper reptile area. Okay? You're we're throwing you in the reptile category and you better like it. Okay? Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you We're not having you in our category. I'm so sorry. You're
Straight up denied.
denied access at the window. We didn't even go to the door. We saw him at the window. We just started spraying whatever we could. Be gone, reptile. Go back from whence you came. Okay, so hear me out. Ready? You can be a cambiant, right? But I've actually never. Okay, all right. You know what? I just tried to entertain you, and you're trying to correct me. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? How we got here in the first place? I'm fucking berating you because you keep interrupting me. Do you know your place? I don't think you understand. You know your place. This is why we started. Okay, Lunoxity. Okay, I'm a goddess. I'm a queen. Okay, you have to treat me in that higher respect. Okay, and you haven't done it. This whole stream. We've been here for an hour, 14 minutes, and 39 seconds, and you haven't done it. So back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a reptile.
Anyway,
Okay, before I was rudely interrupted, okay? Let's say this C word that you found, and it's a classification of your exact status of race because you are half elf, half demon, right? We've never heard of it. You yourself has never heard of it today. So we're going to have to start bringing that up, okay? If you want people to actually really be like, because when I look at you, I don't see your elf, I see your demon. Actually, I just imagine you as a dragon. I'm going to be honest. I sometimes forget you're a demon. You'll say demon, and I'll think you're going to say dragon. So I'll be completely honest with you. I'm throwing it back to a couple of months ago where I asked you, why are you not a dragon? But that's going to be, I'm not going to bring it up. We're going to actually cut that conversation off right there before you bring it up anymore. We're going to continue talking about the C word that you have brought up. Not cunt, but the word that I will not pronounce anymore because you will try to correct me because I do not know what it is. So.
I'll show you some of your full chest, like, not this one, but.
I'm just talking, so forgive me. I'm just yapping. I don't know what I'm yapping about anyway.
I don't. That's why I was like, anyway.
Well, no,
No,
I'm not actually bullying you. Just switch
a
your ways.
discussion for another time. The dragon thing, because this has been going in circles for months now.
We've already come to an understanding. I'm just bullying him on this specific thing, and he's just taking it too hard because everything I say, it's his Bible, it's his gospel. So I can't say anything these days. So you are an elf demon, a kabadabadumpt, right? And you have a pet, okay? That's a dragon. That is canon, okay? That is your lore. That is your essence, okay? So you're not confused. I can't believe I'm the one that was bullying him, but now I have to reaffirm him on his status. I don't understand anymore. What is my purpose in life? Questions existence. Hello? Can someone help me? So yeah, I just wanted to yap, and sometimes bullying him is just the funniest thing to do. I'll be honest. Yeah. There was one time I tried to bully Yuri, and it was. Wait, I gotta explain it. I used to bully everybody. I used to just make fun and tease and just prank everyone. And then I was like, you know what, Yuri, I never prank you. I don't want to because I love you. She's like, oh, I'm so special. And then I think the next day I did it.
Yeah. I used to have a recording of it. I think I deleted it.
Oh no, that is so good. I never stopped thinking about that.
Yeah, and you never did it again after that because of my reaction.
No, because I don't remember how you reacted towards it, but I personally felt so bad about doing it. I was like, I immediately said it, and then I fucking immediately went back on my word on it. I was just, I know I'm like fucking forgetful and shit, but stuff like that, I try to actually adhere to, and I've been adhering to it. I felt so bad.
I mean, it's shocked, like, our current group of, like, main people that we would always hang out with at that time, like, it shocked everyone she did it. And she's like, "I'm so sorry, I regret everything."
I honestly regretted it. I've never forgotten it till this day. Oh my
And that's why I was
god.
like, "I'm gonna get you back for that," because I was just like, "How dare you?"
She's just thinking about it in a joking manner. Me, oh god, I've ruined everything. I must die now. You know, just I just
You be having sleepless nights, like, "What the fuck did I do?"
I wake up. I did it again. Oh, it was just a dream. Yeah, because he's like so meh. Well, when I say that, the proper explanation is he's so think of glue or like slime, right? It holds shape sometimes, but it's really just a liquidy solid, you know? It just like
Right,
flows and
right.
goes. That's how I see Lynn. So he became a rock that day. Okay, he was no longer a slime. He was no longer putting him and shaping into where I put him. He was standing all on his own. He was a fucking rock, okay? And I was like, whoa, I think I beat him too much. I started fucking fighting back. I was like, oh god, what have I done? I really have changed him. Uh it's just an unfortunate circumstance. Um Lynn used to be this modest. I realized how much I've changed him after yesterday. We were hanging out with Jason, Yuri, Yellow, me, and Lynn. And we were just hanging out vibing. It's been a while since I've been able to hang out with friends, so it was really nice. And
Mhm.
he was just like getting berated by Yellow. And I mean, like the normal level. She wasn't doing anything extra. She was just like, Lynn, you suck, you know? And then he was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And it just reminded me and took me like a blast to the past, took me back. And I was like, oh my God, he used to be like that so often that now that he's not like it, I'm like, wait, who am I talking to? He doesn't apologize when I make fun of him. He actually makes fun of me back, or he'll grab onto my joke and he's actually become very funny. Lynn is actually very funny. Okay. He there's this thing he does now where I'll say something and then he'll just look at me. He's like, yeah, yeah, whatever. He fucking like dismisses me like I'm a goddamn fly. Like
Damn.
yes, it's actually insane. So the fact that it took me all of yesterday to realize that it was just that's just how he is with me and Yuri and like the people he's really really close to. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Yellow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted it to be, but I do apologize. That's just what I noticed. And Lynn could debunk this if this is not true. That's just how I saw it. You know, I was like, oh my god, how he acts around me and Yuri. This is not how he acts around all his other friends. And I'm just like, oh, he's
Yep.
definitely grown as a person. Definitely.
Yeah.
Emotionally, he's way stronger. Mentally, he's I yeah, just overall I'm gonna just keep saying that you're more formidable. I just feel like you can take on the world right now. And I'm so proud of you. Okay? So keep doing what you're doing. Rock on, little guy. You got this.
Little guy. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little. All right. All right, buddy.
Them fighting words, Lynn.
Pack it
You
up.
really want to go there?
Yuri is terrifying. Not in a bad way, but I really find it funny when they're like she's not actually terrifying. She's so lovely and so sweet. But I find it so funny when there are people like, I'm scared of Yuri. And she's just there, huh? What did I do? Like she just exists. It's just it's when you're a woman in your prime and you're just that bitch, you don't realize the scrawny little men you leave in your trail. So she doesn't realize the effect she has on people and how she makes them feel so minuscule because she's so powerful. Like I really know she doesn't notice this. She doesn't notice this because she'll just talk to you and you'll feel like you have to listen. Like no matter what she's saying, she can be talking about the new game she's playing that she's super addicted to, by the way. That
Sorry, you
she was
opened
like,
the floodgate.
yes. I hope she does talk about it today. I'm gonna shut up Lynn for a minute and let her talk about it after I say this. Because I want to just compliment her for a minute. But I've like if you listen to Yuri and especially in moments where you're just like, I need help. Yuri, what do I do? She's like, okay, baby girl, I got you. She fucking baby girls you. She puts on her big girl pants and she's just like, what do you need? I got you. She's literally that woman. I'm not gonna say girl, because even though she may physically look like she's still 15, she is a goddamn woman and I won't let anybody think otherwise, okay? So if anybody goes and sees Yuri and they're like, wow, look at that cute little girl over there, she's a goddamn woman, okay? All right? And you better respect her. So, and don't be afraid of her, obviously. She's not terrifying. She's literally a bunny, okay? I know sometimes she may go ooh murder and you might have to step back at those moments, but 100% generally overall, she is the sweetest, most wholesome person I've ever met, and she deserves the world. But yes, I will stop talking now. I've had my fill.
Uh,
hmm hmm She was terrified of you. hmm
oh,
Oh. hmm
mm-hmm.
Mm.
And said I could see your stamp of approval. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's the package deal.
Mhm. 100%. There's no
True.
way. I'm not gonna let anybody that's trying to be friends with me come in here and insult Yuri. Like hell to the motherfucking no. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all it took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do find it so funny. Like I'll go and then I'll come back and then they're still yapping about books. Like I respect I fell in love with their love for books so much. I asked Yuri, I was like, I want to be a book buddy with you. And now we have a book. Which reminds me, I was wanting to ask you. I put my reading on hold and I was going to ask, did
Hey,
you ever get to start looking at it?
I have not. I hadn't had a chance to grab it because, like, when it happened and all this stuff, I was on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to schedule it, like, look down and, like, actually set, like, days, like, dedicated to this book and days, like, dedicated to that book and, things like that. So I'll figure it out.
Yeah, honestly, no rush. I haven't gotten
Yeah.
that far. I'm only 46
So
pages in, and
it's
the
fun.
words
Oh,
are,
yeah. Oh, that's not far at all. Yeah.
yeah, the
Um,
the words are really thick. So it's like that's I think it's about maybe 1,000 words I've read.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it's the same book my mom is reading. So it's funny because I
Mhm.
told her that me and you were gonna be reading, and mom's like, well, when you get to this part or so far in, she's like, let me know what you think of this and who you think it is and blah blah blah. She's like, because I
Ooh.
want to know. She's like, I already have my theory. She's like, but now since you guys are, I'm curious. I'm like, oh, okay. So my mom
Okay.
hasn't even finished reading the book, so I'm also have to make sure I hold her place in the book as I read it.
Oh, okay, okay. Because it's so funny. I was reading it at work. Like I was at work, and that would be times where I wouldn't have anything to do. Well, when I say
Hmm.
that, let me clarify. We're just sitting around with the kids, so they're playing a game, and I'm watching them. So I was like, sometimes I would just take out my book and read. Still watching them, obviously, but so I pulled it out, and many of my coworkers were like, oh my god, you'll love this book. And like I saw the show and then was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I gotta see where Yuri is, and I gotta see how she's gonna feel. And so I'm waiting, patiently waiting. I haven't asked, I haven't brought it up until this moment because it came into my brain, so I don't want to rush you.
Yeah, I understand. I got you. I got you.
Mhm.
I gotta delegate between hobbies.
That is so fair. I have actually been distracting myself with other things. I finally used my coloring book. Yay!
She did.
Yay!
Me!
She did. And she
Yes.
drew it so nicely too. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'll
The
send
What
color,
haven't
you.
I
the
seen?
color
I'll show you.
scheme. Oh, I love her
I'll
color
show
scheme.
you. I'll show you
What is something?
because
I haven't sketched
I
in forever.
I have a mental note in my brain of how colors are matched together in the color wheel. So you like, blue and orange, green and pink, yellow, purple. So when I was coloring, that was like my choices. I was just like, okay, what color do I want to use here? Okay, let me find a color that matches it and blends well. And it was like something that I didn't know that I had memorized, and it was just like I just apparently have this ability now. So if you need someone to color things for you in a beautiful manner, I got you, boys. I got, I got you. Okay, shading. I don't really know shading. I know it's like darker opacity for certain things, but there's like certain aspects to coloring that are just so beautiful. Like, have you seen, like, for example, Falia's artwork? Like your art with Yuri and you guys are in the forest in the books, is so beautiful because the lighting, the shadows, the shapes, all of that she like built in your characters and the background alone. It's a flat image, but it feels like I'm there. It's like this
Depth
emotional
to it.
piece. The depth, thank you. I'm trying to like find this
You're
word and it was
welcome.
just not coming out. Thank you. The
Yeah, the
depth to
second you said
it.
flat, I knew exactly what you was trying to say.
It's like just so beautiful. I'm trying to actually scroll and look for it because Lynn sent it to me, but he likes to yap, so it's gone. Yep.
What do you need? What do you need?
I'm trying to look for the artwork. I'm just, you know what? It
Artwork
would
for
be
what?
faster to go to Yuri's Twitter because that is her latest post. Okay, it
Oh,
would be
it's pinned
certainly.
on my Twitter. What do you mean? It's pinned on my Twitter.
I'm going to Yuri. Are you trying to stop me from going to my wife?
No, I'm just saying it's
How
pinned
dare
on my
you?
Twitter. The artwork between me and you.
I scrolled 2 times and I found it. This is such a beautiful piece.
The book buddy art. I
Yes.
know. I love it so fucking much.
Like, how do you
I've debated.
blend that tree? Like, I can see its strokes and the blues, the greens, the yellows, the browns, and then the lighting as it's coming from between the leaves. It's such
Mhm.
I
I
can't
love the
do art.
lighting.
I cannot do art for the life of me because I haven't dedicated myself to. But I love it so much. I don't know why I haven't. It's too much. It's too much of a hassle. Everything else I can technically dedicate myself to without having to give my all because that's just how I am mentally. I just don't want to give my all to everything. You know, it drains me. But art, you literally need to give your all. It is something you have to work hard for, and I I think I just need to build that drive. But anyways, the art is so beautiful and I love it. So, oh my god.
It's
I
so
know, like,
good.
I was like out with my dad when he sent it to me. He's like, "Hey,
Mhm.
final product. What do you think?" And like, I
Ooh.
only only managed like 2 words because I was really right in the middle of a conversation with my dad, and I was just like,
Mhm.
I can't be rude. So I was like, let me just type. Okay, puts phone down, puts it away. I didn't really get a chance to actually admire it until I
Mhm.
got home.
And I quote what Yuri DM'd me. I keep staring at it.
It's so good.
Mhm.
And that's what I did. I was like,
Oh
I just
yeah.
kept like just looking at it, and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. It's so good. I
Mhm.
love it.
Folly was such a good choice. I want to make her my pocket artist, but I don't feel like she'll do it
I
because not. Uh,
Well, me like she's gonna definitely be a go-to. Like Miyako and Falia, I've now gone back to multiple times.
I you ever just have someone that you want to go to for multiple things? I have a person for that, okay? But sometimes you just want that detailed art, right? That you can just
Oh
go to
yeah,
consistently for. Like I'll drop
Mhm.
$50 a week for artwork from Falia, but the I'm gonna need another artist because I feel like Falia can only keep up with my wants uh ever so much because
yeah.
I'm not insulting them in any way or degrading them or saying that they can't do it. It's more of like as I've seen them, like I'm a stalker. I stalked her for
Mhm.
quite a minute. Okay, I stalked
Mhm.
Falia,
Right.
right? Because I was really determined to make them my pocket artist, and I could just tell that this wasn't gonna be artist I can go to every week or so. This is probably an
Yeah,
artist for every 2 months, every 3 months, once in a while artist.
once in a while because
So,
because of like just her process.
hmm
It's like it's high quality,
it's
and
high quality and worth
it
it,
takes time.
but it takes time. So I don't got that. I want the quality in a little shorter period of time.
Mhm.
I could wait a month. Once a month, I
Yeah.
could wait.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. But the longer than that, I'll need to find someone else to fill the gap while I'm waiting for the Falia art. So I'm
Mhm.
still looking.
Let me know if
Still
you find
looking.
someone, because
I don't
eventually
know if I'm gonna share because you're stealing my artist. No, I'm just kidding.
the way I drop my mouth. Come on,
Not
you.
Kidding.
stealing artists.
I'm not stealing
Mm-hmm.
anyone.
I'm just kidding.
She knows how.
I'll share all the artists.
You know how to find them better than I do.
I know. It's because you have to like look at VGen every day.
Yeah, and
Because I
I don't do
noticed,
that. I do other
yeah, I
things.
noticed I literally look at VGen every day. The only reason I haven't been looking at it consistently is because I have been having to post.
Mhm.
I really did find an artist recently that I was like, wow, it's not amazing and it's not like god tier art. Like I don't think it was on the same level as Falia's, but it just made me feel like it was so good. I'm gonna see if I can find the piece and send it to you guys later. It was just so nice and heartwarming. I was like, wow, this is really sweet. And um if I find them, because I'm scrolling right now, I have like another Discord, and I just like send stuff there. I send it double, so like I send the ones that I want to use closer, like within the next month or two. I send it to myself, but then I just send everything to our Discord Yuri. I just send everything there. So
Yep.
everything I like, everything I see, everything I think is pretty, everything I think is affordable, I just send everything there. It was just like this nice little art. I'm trying to
Occasionally
find
she'll
it.
DM me being like, Lynn, look at this. Look at this.
Yes. Oh wait, that's right. I also found another artist. There was someone. There was someone I sent to Lynn. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna show you Yuri because their art was
There
so
was that
cute.
burger artist, the Borgor.
A Borgor. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get that.
Yeah, I was supposed to get that too. I forgot about it. I was
this
waiting
is
for you.
this is the best and also the worst thing about constantly looking for artists because they're just now you're just stockpiled with art that you can't get because you have no money. So it's, it's just oh my god, it's just an unfortunate circumstance. I feel like art should be a paid service like health insurance. Okay, you pay every little bit a month. Okay, and then the health insurance, the art insurance company gives you a set of money for the month, and that's your
Oh
spending
my
money
god, that would be
only for
so
art.
nice.
What it is?
Oh my god, just like you pay X amount monthly and they give you X amount. Or maybe you pay a yearly fee. You
Ooh,
pay a yearly fee.
whatever's doable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially for
And then yeah, they just give you an X amount to spend on art.
mm-hmm.
That would be so
Okay,
good.
hold on, let me send this
Oh,
to Yuri.
another thing that I
This
need
art
to
is so cute.
do, I need to get back into rigging on Live 2D. I mean, like because I'm paying for the subscription. And
Oh, begs the question that I had told you long ago.
what?
What do you mean what? You're
What?
trying to practice rigging, and the one thing that you were stumbling on was a separated model that was like
Oh.
properly separated. And what below and behold, what do I have?
Ah. Yes, please let me practice.
Sure.
Yay. That would be
This is
actually a lot of fucking fun to practice on.
I can't wait to see what you do.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm curious to see what I can do. Because yeah, that's the
I
thing,
feel like you should totally talk to my rigging papa. He's so nice.
okay. Let me sit up. I'm like sitting and slouching and yeah, rigging is like it's really fun. Like I have the 2 tutorials. It's just getting into it. And like it's fun. And I'm pretty like I've already I think like the next time it's like the next model I rig will be much better than what my first one was because I learned a lot. I learned a lot from it. And I very much oh, that's so cute. That's so cute.
Isn't it?
Oh.
Wait, let me
All
look.
you have to do I said something in Cloudset. Unfortunately, they have a join waitlist.
Oh, it's a waitlist. Okay, well, yeah, because I got my mascot from Miyako, which I've shown you guys both, but I'll send it again for you guys to see. Which, by the way, everyone, what I mean by mascot, I know I'm not showing it. I'm intentionally not showing it because it's for 2D Lin, which will be probably sometime next year. But where is it? There it is. Like Miyako did a really good job on this dragon. Like, look at this dragon. It's so cute. It's a cute dragon. I need to give it a name. Like that's the biggest thing. I'm like trying to figure out a name for it. I love the tail. Like don't
Trying to do that since you got it. Like you haven't solidified a name yet.
Yeah.
I think weren't you like taking suggestions at one point?
Yeah, no one gave me anything.
Rep.
No one gave me anything.
Tragic.
I'm like, what I'm trying to like,
Suggestion?
the biggest thing that I'm working on with my community is building that interactivity. Like, they'll come in, but like, I'm trying to get better myself with just interacting with them because I know I've slacked on it, so that everyone like is entertained. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better, especially since I started doing like when I did the daily streaming, before I got COVID. While Ayumi's been on her hiatus, like I think that was actually like really good for me because I got so much better at I think at streaming. And like
Mhm.
I was posting the schedules, I was doing all of that, and like I feel like I got much better at it. Now what I need to do is I need to be posting videos again. Like I posted one, but I need to go and edit the Zenla Zone Zero video, and then it's like the hard thing for me is because it's so long, and I'm like, but I don't want to cut this into like multiple videos, so I need to cut this down. And so how do I cut it? Like that's the tedious thing because I'm not gonna do much editing on it, like actual like fun, like what I did with like my clip highlight video. I'm not really gonna do that with my with the Zenla Zone Zero video. I'm just gonna cut it down to like maybe 20-30 minutes, trying to find like the best moments. So I have the plan in my mind. It's just sitting down and doing it, you know?
Mhm.
You could not have said that any better.
It's like I know what to do. I just need to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Ayumi, Yuri's finally letting me not suffer anymore. I'm gonna be able to read soon.
Hooray!
She's about to get to the part that I'm at, and once
Yeah.
she gets there, then I am allowed to resume reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She has punished me for getting, what was it, 20 chapters ahead of you?
Yeah. I didn't intend I was intending to make him wait like a week, maybe 2 weeks at most. I did not expect for it to play out as long as it did. But life got in the way, and there was things I just couldn't do. I had to like pick and choose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense completely. But
Here's
my
the thing,
suffering,
Yuri.
I'm allowed to start reading soon. Yay!
Yes, I'll let you know. Like I said, I gotta delegate all of my hobbies now. So like I finally like if anyone knows, like like I've been injured all this time.
Yes.
So I haven't been able to partake in like regular activities. I'm finally now at a point I can kind of resume the majority of them. And be fine without pain, even though I'm still in recovery. I will be in recovery until probably about next year, about the time I had the injury start. But again, I can resume activities with this arm and stuff now. So I just have to be careful and just take it lightly. But I finally got back to Final Fantasy. I completely missed all the hype about the new X Pack because I couldn't participate in it.
Oh no.
So I'm like, I think about a month or 2 months behind on that. And so I planned on no lifing it this weekend and just playing through all the MSQ so I don't have to worry about being spoilered or anything like that. Even though I welcomed spoilers anyway because I knew I wasn't going to be able to play. But still, my friends are like, we're not talking about this because we don't want to spoil it for you. It's like, you need to experience it. And I'm like, okay. And so I was like, let me get through that so nobody has to keep tiptoeing around me. And then I took that vacation and now I'm back. And then also I ended up getting a new phone, which now has allowed me to play another new game that Ayumi mentioned earlier.
Ooh.
So I'm like, I dived so hard into that. So I don't know if I should say what it is, how I'll be outing myself or not, but you know what? It's whatever.
Fuck it, let's go.
Do it. Fuck it.
Hello. So I've been playing the app game because my phone I've seen it, I've been curious, And when I downloaded it, my phone's like, "Hey, you have the highest specs, so you can play this on Ultra HD for this." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of
Ooh.
cool. Didn't know that was a thing." So, but what I ended up downloading is Love and Deep Space.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun dun.
And I did it for Silas, and no regrets.
The things she has said about Silas, gazers.
Mm,
The things she has said about Silas.
mm.
She is in. She is in this game. She's
deep.
She is in. Yuri, tell them about what I told you earlier today. About that spoiler.
Oh, do you want me to tell him what the spoiler is?
Yes.
Okay. First, before we go any further, I would like to go ahead and clarify and disclaim that this app game is not for minors.
Mm.
No, not for
I'm
minors.
so dead serious. It's not even like an innuendo thing. It's not even like, oh well, you can expect like this. Oh well, it could be innocent comment like that. No,
Mm.
absolutely not. It's not. It's very clear. More adult themed, appropriate for adults.
And I love
Mm.
when games do that. Because
Yeah.
I honestly
Come-
do too,
and
because
same thing with movies. Come on, it's like we gotta let the adults get some love too.
yeah, let us have some fun. Which is why I think one of the reasons why I enjoyed like the Deadpool series so much, because it's so R-rated and it's very
Yes.
adult geared, and it's just like, oh, finally.
It's like,
And it's like, even though I know Disney has done this, they've snuck in maybe one or two like adult jokes that just completely go over kids' heads.
Right.
But still, it's very much geared towards children or towards preteens or teenagers. It's never anything for your actual adults who are in their far into their adulthood or anything like that, who's like 25 plus. Because like 20s is still a little, you're testing those waters and you're kind of transitioning now, but you still some of the stuff that you were like consuming into your late teens, you're still carrying on to your early adulthood, and you haven't really matured that much into your interest or taste yet. So it's still that little playing field. But once you get past that and you actually get in to the adulthood stuff, there's like, oh yeah, this is a very clear line that this is not meant for minors. This isn't meant for like the innocents. Like this is like very much for you, and we actually do not get a lot of that. And I think that's part of why a lot of us like some of our adult books that we have that have the spicy scenes in it, or they hit more hard-hitting topics, and it's like not really supposed to be like a teaching thing. It's more just like, hey, this happened, this is a key of life, it's a bit more mature, it's a bit more real, whether it's sex or it's gore or it's language or whatever. So it's much more catered to us. So
yeah.
anyways, but Love and Deep Space is very much an adult game. And as I said, I started playing this game because of Silas. Because I would see his character on stuff and everything like that. And I was like, his character looks interesting, I really like that and all that stuff. And I was just like, I keep seeing ads for this game everywhere. I've been seeing them since the game was in pre-register stage. Wow back. I just never played it because it's an app game for your phone, which you can also play on PC. I found this out. You can also play it on PC. But it's mostly for your phone. And I didn't bother because it's a fully 3D game. So like that's a lot for your phone systems to handle anyways. And then from the do what they're doing with it now, and say I was like, that's going to be a lot on my older model phone. Let me not do it. So when I got this new one, I decided to finally like, let me give it a try. Let me jump into the cringe bandwagon with everybody else. And I'm like, I'll do it for this character because he interests me. I really like his design things up. Let's see how he is. And I'll be damned if I didn't pick my type yet again. Silas is every, I guess you would say, morally gray or dark romance girlie's dream.
Oh.
He is the villain with the biggest heart. And that's what we love.
No, he's
Oh.
hot.
So the whole entire time you're playing it, everyone makes him to be out this big, bad guy.
Mhm.
He is the enemy. They don't like him. You're like, you can't trust him. He's very powerful. He's strong. He's dangerous. And I was like, keep talking. That's all. Keep those red lists coming because that's my thing, my guy. Keep it coming. How many more red flags does he have? It's like he drives a motorcycle. Ooh, he's a biker boy. Love that. He's very filthy fucking rich.
Ooh.
We love that. We love a man who has money who can just endlessly spend it on his girl and just, want to like, oh, you want this? Oh, that doesn't exist yet? Boom. Next minute. Okay, so this business is now in full swing. It is yours. Enjoy, baby girl. We love that.
Oh.
I need you a man like that. Get a man who can
Right?
do it all.
Honestly, that's Silas. And I think the thing I really like about his character and how they wrote him and how
Mhm.
how he comes to being portrayed is that a lot of these type style characters they're very confident in themselves, but what a lot of authors sometimes seem to miss the mark sometimes with these characters is like they're confident, but they also add that bit of arrogance to them. Whereas Silas doesn't have that arrogance. It's not cockiness at all. He's very well aware of who he is, what he's capable of, and what's going on, and things like that, is that he knows what he can and cannot get away with. And he's very confident in himself and what he's capable of doing. And I love that. And he's not afraid, like, if something's gonna lose, he's just like, okay, well, that's done and over with. Well, on to the next thing. Lost at that, I'll try better at this. It
I
doesn't
love
matter.
that.
It's like I love it, but he never loses because he knows what's actually going to win and what's not going to win for him. So he's like, if I know I'm not going to succeed at this, I'm not going to go down that road. But he's like, if I can take this route to get the same results that I know I will exceed at. So yeah, they portray Silas to be you're a big bad guy. You're not supposed to like him. You're not supposed to trust him. But of course, I mean, it's called love in deep space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, obviously, he's going to be a love interest for the MC.
Oh.
I have been living it up. Oh my god. I literally stayed up to 4 a.m.
Oh my god.
trying to get as many of his cards as I could get to unlock the dialogues and the cutscenes and more of his backstory and things like that. Because how this game plays, it's also a gacha. So you have your main story and stuff, but there's more to this story. And like you're not going to get the rest of these extra little tidbits unless you get the corresponding cards that happen within these events or these little side missions and things like that. Or there are also little things that just kind of show the MC and the guy that your character's possibly pursuing or whatever, how they interact with it, how they come closer to either like each other, dislike each other, whatever it may be, or whatever information that you might be seeking, or how they obtained something. So these cards will show you these behind the scenes or sidelines type of things. Excuse me.
Okay.
And so as of today, which I gotta show you this one, Ayumi, so when this podcast is over, I'm screen sharing and you're gonna watch this cutscene from the new card that I have been saving up for. I saved for 180 Stardust to get this card for free.
Oh.
So, I am now, proudly and unproudly,
Oh no.
13 out of 22 of his cards.
Oh my goodness.
I dove hard into this game because of this character. I was like, I have such a fucking type. Oh my god. I can't deny it. Oh, and I hate myself for it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because I love his character. I love the story and everything. And the story is actually interesting because again, there's just a lot more going on what you think. Which I'm really appreciative of how these Otome games have recently come so far. Which I'm not sure. Would you actually classify this as an Otome game or no?
I don't even know what
I think it has
that
Otome
means.
element.
All in elements, right?
Yeah, so I think of more so has elements, but it's not like the main thing. Because you actually do have combat that you have to fight through. You can choose your weapons and your companion to fight with you and things like that, and you actually are the one physically fighting. It's not automative. Which I think there is an option to turn automative if you want it to, but I like physically doing it myself. Um, so it's like, yeah, and you have to like farm to get the materials to upgrade and then send the characters and things like that, and put things to make them more powerful and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say it's a game with like otome features.
Hmm.
Anyways, like I'm pretty sure how far these type of games have come in their writing, because like a lot of times in the past it would just be like some simple, cutesy whatever story, everything, because like their main goal was to just get the guy or whatever. Well, here it is actually complicated. And it leaves
Oh.
room for you to theorize of how all these characters connect and what happened and things like that. Because apparently, if anyone who's playing this game, spoilers, I haven't even really got this far. I just know it's because of spoilers because of what I've seen online. But somewhere along the lines of the main story,
We're back.
there is, I guess you can say, timeline skipping or whatever. Like somehow time comes into play, and it's people time traveling. There we go, that word. Time traveling from future to the past and things like that.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it's like, and I'm not 100% sure where we are on that timeline, but there's a few of them that have already hinted at saying stuff like Zane says something about how his power could kill the MC.
Oh shit.
And the other one, he's like, and because like the MC, there's again, I've seen this cutscene online. I don't have it myself from a card or whatever, or I mean, I don't even know if it's in the main storyline, but I would assume it's from the card, well, from one of Xavier's cards.
Uh-huh.
But the MC says, "Oh, hey, so and so, was spotted to be here at the N09 zone during this time and everything. That wouldn't have to be you, would it?" And Xavier looks at her and he goes, "That person showed up at this time during this year. He would be 40 years old now, so not me." And it's just like, well, he didn't say not me, but he said that person would be 40 years old now. And he went back to eating.
Mm-hmm.
But he fits the description. And everyone's like, we know time travel is a thing. We know
Oh
Xavier
shit.
went back in time. So maybe it was him that she did see and that did save her at that time. We don't know. And then there's Raphael, which I'm not sure how he comes to play with the timeline thing or whatever. But he also comes into play. And then we have Silas, who, if you read his backstory and everything, how he came to be, he's hinted that he's actually known the MC much longer than the other guys, and he was there from the very beginning of what she is and what she got turned into and all that stuff.
Interesting.
So I'm just like, oh, this has gotten a lot more complicated, and now I am like sold. I want to know what's going on. Because
Sure
now there's a
thing.
new fan theory. There's a fan theory going around that Raphael, Zane, and Xavier all know Silas, and Silas knows them. Even though they don't work together or anything like that, and they apparently, like I said, everyone says Silas is the enemy. Nobody likes Silas.
Mm-hmm.
There's this scene that plays out, and I haven't got that far yet, but I've only known it because, like I said, I've read the theory, and I've seen people talking about it. They said the theory is that we see a scene where Zane, Xavier, and Raphael in a room, they're talking, and they're saying the MC is not safe in Lincoln City. We need to get her out of here. And they're like, send her to the N109 zone. She will be safe there. It'll be safer for her there than it will be for here. Even though the N019 zone is extremely dangerous and there is literally no law. Society has abandoned that area
Oh shit.
because of how bad it is. They cannot bring it back to rule. So, and that's where Silas is. And Silas is the head of Onikainis, which is like the most powerful corporation that there is. And it's centered in
Oh.
the N109 zone. And so
Oh,
everyone's thinking that these three have come together and plan to actually direct the MC to go to the N09 zone. And then basically saying, send her to Silas because we know he will keep her safe. Because there's a bigger thing play here with the MC. Because apparently she's a product of experimentation.
oh, this sounds like a movie that I would totally watch.
Right? It's like once you start picking up all these tidbits, you kind of get hooked and you get curious. So that's just like, I need all the cards. I need all the dialogues. I need every cutscene. What's going on? So I'm just like, I'm deep diving in here. And it's like, first off, yes, I'm going to hard focus everything on Silas because that's my man. But I am very curious about the damn story. Because I want to know if this fan theory is true. Or if, in this case, how a lot of times, fan theories can be great and sound great, and they all make sense, but we actually come to find out it's not true and it's something totally completely different, but still equally as good. So, yeah, I am all for this game now, and I'm so glad that writers have decided to put more complex stories and characters into these types of games instead of just making this like once in a blooming one shot type of story and you just like play it once and you delete it.
Yeah.
Which here, it's like, if you're going after every character and you want the full story, you are going to want all their cards. You're going to want to unlock all those dialogues and everything and, like, max out their affinity with them, things like that, just to get everything so that you know the full story.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where I'm at in my life. That's where I've been. I've jumped in the pit and I have not come up for air until now.
Until right this very second.
Yeah. Like, I've been in it.
and-
Like I said, I slept till 4 a.m. That one night, I went to sleep, but then I woke up a few hours later and I immediately grabbed my phone and I was like, let me get that login bonus. And like I logged in and just to see like how much time I had left to try to get this one particular Silas card that I wanted. I couldn't get it in time because I was like, I don't want to drop money to try and do these pulls
Yeah, no,
just to see if I get this 5-star card. So I was like, let me not. So
no
I
money.
didn't,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's my rules.
Instead, it gave me Zane's, and I was like, I didn't want Zane. I wanted Silas, motherfucker. If trading was a thing, I'd be like, yo, I just got the Zane 5-star from the event. Who wants it? In trade of Silas's 5-star for the event. Okay, thanks, kisses. Like, that would have totally been me. I've been like, I'm begging for any and all things Silas. Thank you.
She's addicted to Silas Gazers. She is addicted.
Oh, I am. And the VA, my God. I was telling you earlier, like this dude, he didn't come just to read lines. He actually performs.
Mm-hmm.
When you find that one VA who's like just really good at their job and they love their job, it fucking shows.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it really does. Like when you can always tell when someone's passionate about something.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like he did. Oh God, I love listening to this VA as Silas and everything. I don't even know who the VA is. I probably should look that up because I'm very curious. But anyways, Silas's VA has a very nice voice. At least the voice that he takes on for Silas is very nice. I like it, and two, it doesn't feel cringy. It doesn't feel cheesy. It feels very natural for this character and things like that.
That's nice.
So it's like you could compare some of those. It feels like they're kind of just reading it and going through the motions. Whereas Silas, again, it's like I said, like it's like this guy had his rent due at 4:59 p.m. that day, and he came to fucking put out for it and make bank, and that's exactly what he did.
Man's like, I need money, and I need it now. And the only way they will give it to me now is if I do such a good job that they will be forced to pay me right now.
And pay me in advance. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what has happened with Silas's VA. It is so unbelievably good. And I'll be honest, like, sometimes the stuff that happens and that Silas says, it literally got me acting like, the schoolgirl. Like, I'm over twirling my hair, giggling and kicking my feet, like, oh, like, woo, hello. Other times I'm like, excuse me, but yes, daddy.
Oh.
So.
Hey, yo.
And I don't ever say that lightly because I hate that term, and I actually use it for my IRL father because that's what I've always called my father was daddy. Because I grew up with that, and I'm a Southern girl. That's pretty common for us.
Yeah.
So I've never used it as that flirty, romantic type thing way. But from every now and then, it's like, I'll hit those instances, and I was like, oh, yes, daddy. Like, I am sat, I am present, I am here. What do you want? I am all ears.
Oh,
And I had those moments, so it's like, it's nice.
She's in. She is
I'm in the game. I'm so hooked onto this character and driven by the plot, and it's just, okay. I love it. It's good. It's good. It's good shit.
And to think, all I had to do was mention the spoiler of that I told Yuri about, and that was what unlocked the door.
That was, that spoiler. I said I'll tell you what that spoiler was that he told me.
Uh-huh.
It was that Silas is quoted saying, "My fingers aren't enough for you, it seems."
Yeah, something like that.
And
I don't remember the exact
that is
tweet.
exactly what you think it is. Hello to my adults. It's exactly what you're thinking.
Well, yeah,
So,
for reference, he's shirtless and his fingers are dripping wet. Literally dripping.
Yeah.
And it's the index and the middle finger.
That's why I was just like, this is not a game for children. And they're like, oh my god, I've seen it, like, kids have actually come into like people's comment sections, whether on TikTok, on Twitter, or wherever you may see, someone talking about this game, showing images or a video clip or whatever have you. And like, I've seen children, like teenagers, have come in saying, "This is not for adults. Like, you need to stop playing this. It's creepy." And it's just like, you do know the youngest character of this game is actually 4 years old. What are you, 13 to 15-year-old, playing an adult game?
That's
Get off.
Yeah, that's something that's like.
Who do you think is funding this with their adult money? Because it ain't you.
They're like, if they're not running ads, it's like, because like that's how they monetize kids games is ads, but like adult games, they're not really funding that shit with ads because adult games are actually good.
Yeah.
So
and too, I'm like, Silas is close to 30 years old. He's not a teenager. He's not even in his early 20s. He is literally almost 30 years old. He is 28.
It's actually very
but
interesting.
If you
that
do
you
follow
mentioned
along with birthdays, it would over the years. Of course, he's going to like be in his 30s. So thanks for that. But anyways,
it's interesting. Like,
yeah,
there's a I feel like a very, especially among teenagers. I want to say in particular, and I don't mean that, but I feel like the female teenagers are towards like more adult kind of romance themed games or shows or content. And yeah, it happens with guys too, but
no, you're absolutely. It happens way more with the female populace than the male populace.
Yeah, I feel like it's more female than male. Man, the guys are all too busy dealing with fucking their own things, and they all want to just go do stupid shit.
True.
That's what teenage males do. Now, what's interesting, I never really did stuff like that. I mean, you know what I've been doing. So anyway, I feel like there's like this kind of stereotype or this like kind of expectation where female teenagers, usually in the high school age, have this sense of, they feel like they have this sense of ownership where it's cool and everything to like these like very clearly adult games that are not for them, but they feel like, oh, this is cool. I want this, without actually understanding what it is they want.
And like, if you pay attention to some media, they even portray the teenage girls wanting to pursue like these fully grown adult men.
Yeah, which is very like,
it's so odd, and it's even something that even in our books we kind of still have like an issue with, where like the girl currently, and even in adult books, and it's like, can you stop this, please?
Yeah.
And it's like the guy will be in his 30s, but then this girl will be freshly 18 to 20 years old, hasn't even really started life, and she's like head over heels for him, he's head over heels for her, and they end up together, and it's just like, can you not? can you make them more age appropriate for a 30-year-old male character, or make it more age appropriate for an 18 to 20-year-old female character? Why does he have to be almost like a decade older than her? What is going on? We need to stop this.
I've seen so many memes of just like this 500-year age gap between the MC and MC.
Now, see, like the paranormal ones, I kind of let slip because I'm like, it's fantasy, it's paranormal.
Yeah.
But when they try to take and set it more in a real life urban type setting, things like that, modern day era, then I'm like, that's creepy. Don't do it.
Because
Stop.
like a lot of things like it's minors technically that are like going after these like think it's all cool and everything, going after these adult themed things, these adult guys. And it's very because like you go and then they feel like they own that this is made for them. Because like how you were describing the comments where they're saying the kids are going and being like, you are an adult, you shouldn't be playing this, it's creepy. It's like I feel like teenagers around like the 15 to 17 age have this mentality that I genuinely don't know where it comes from. I don't know, but it's something that I've seen where it's like they're like, oh no, I want this, and the thing is like how I'm looking at it, why do you even understand what it is you want? Is like the biggest thing for me, because it's like it's very clear they're not even a legal adult yet. Regardless of the fact if it's fantasy, if it's fictional or not fictional, but like the things like even like sometimes I'll hear it in real life as well, and it's just like it's so it's interesting. It's interesting how that came to be, because it's definitely like in more the teenage females. Because like I said, teenage guys, they're off doing some stupid shit. Like some guys will do things. They're like that's a given. But it's definitely the weight of the scale goes towards the females. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
For me, it comes also to like a point that I just had in my mind is audiences. Me, the example was like me. I'm, especially with streaming, I'm trying to build an audience that is more around my age. I definitely do not want to have an audience of kids. Not even like if you're an older teenager or whatever, I know I'm gonna get those, but I'm trying to cater my content towards more people around my age or a bit older than me versus younger than me, because older than me most of the time there's better maturity, whereas younger than me there is not. So it is, so like I feel like there's a lack of, enforcing. I feel like, especially like throughout videos, throughout games, throughout things, of trying to enforce the content audience, So anyways, that was my yap.
Hello.
No, valid.
Welcome
Hi,
back,
Sunshine.
Ayumi. You came back right as we are approaching our time.
Yeah.
You
yapped about Silas.
I know. I'm gonna have to listen back to what I missed.
Yeah. She went in. She was like, she went in. But
he makes me happy, Kirsty, okay? That's what get the dopamine going.
Hey.
Ain't nothing wrong
ADHD brain says, "Burr, that's your new hyperfixation." Lock on. And I was like, okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, Gazers, I think that is our time for today. It's been fun. It's been fun being back. Oh my god. It's been fun being back. I feel like we haven't done Cloudset in forever because I had COVID And so there was a 3-week gap between when we did it. We're also at 30 followers.
Yeah, like
We're
you
just
got COVID, Ayumi got busy, and then I went on vacation. So
It was just like this one set.
and it was
True.
kind of funny because we were all saying, and also finding joke is like it'll be the first cloud set without Yuri because Yuri never misses a cloud set.
Mhm.
And here, then Lynn's like, "Hey, I got COVID." I'm like, "Okay, we'll cancel like the day of. We'll do it the next day. You and I will just do it on our own." So I was like, "Haha, I guess I'm not missing a cloud set, but now Lynn's missing a cloud set." And then it didn't happen because Ayumi had her stuff like going on during that time, and just wasn't able to make it. And so now here we are again, and it's like once again, I never missed a single cloud set.
This is
Yeah.
very true.
I've never missed a single cloud set either. I mean, so
Huh?
I've not missed a
What
single
type of
cloud set.
copium? What type of copium?
I've not missed a single cloud set from
That's
episode 1. From
copium.
actually, what's interesting, cloud set comes from originally the podcast I created. It's the cloud set's roots is in what was I called the domain, which was me trying it out. It was just me, and then I remember I think I was talking with Ayumi, and approached her with the idea, and then we dragged Yuri into it, and here we are. 19
Yeah,
episodes
I
later.
literally got dragged into it. I remember I was only supposed to be like, I think you originally wanted to do like guest thing or whatever, and then you guys like, let's make Yuri our first guest. And then like the second episode it's happening, and Lynn's like, "Hey, you available to come around?" I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then like kept going. I was just like, Am I a host or what's going on?" And Ayumi's like, "That's a valid question. Let's ask him." And Lynn's like, "Oh yeah, Yuri's a host." So I was like, "Oh, well, good to know now after like 2-3
Yeah.
episodes in."
We had to make it official.
Yeah, we're just like, Yuri, you're staying with us. You're staying with us. So, all
I
right.
got kidnapped into it.
The 2 extroverts grabbed the introverts.
True.
We seem to keep doing that with Yuri. We drag her into everything. It's so
Kind
funny.
of have to. If not, I would just keep to myself.
Yeah. What's interesting is Ayumi drags me into stuff as well. Ayumi's like the most extroverted, I think, out of all of us. She drags me into stuff.
I'm pretty extroverted.
True.
So, well, gazers, it's been an absolute blast. I am Linyoxity. This is Ayumi. And this is Yuri. And we will see you guys on the next episode, on episode 20. Bye, everyone.
You'll be missed. We miss
Bye-bye.
you.